Welcome to a couple of bunkies. Last week we went ahead and did a remodeling of our spa room. In the last video we disconnected all of the parts of the tub, pulled apart the frame, and tore the tub out of the room.
In this video we go ahead and start off with the plumbing. Last week you saw that there were few pieces that were broken. Those are important because they connect the metal plumbing to the PVC. So we dashed to the store and found these connecting pieces.
So first, before putting the adhesive on, you need to take a piece of sandpaper over the affected area and then apply a liberal amount of adhesive and then slide the pieces of plumbing together. Ours only took 15 minutes to cure.
I always wanted a deep utility sink, so we decided to go ahead and utilize existing plumbing coming to this room.
After connecting the legs, I went ahead and flipped it over and started connecting the faucet.
After attaching the faucet, I moved it aside so we can have a clear area for plumbing work.
So I went ahead and attached the copper to PVC union. After that's secure, I go ahead and attach the supply connectors to the hot and cold running water.
As the water is pretty much hooked up, next step is to work on the drain. All the hardware that we are using for plumbing in this video should be available in your nearest hardware store.
So I had to add a couple feet to the setup in order to reach the drain from the hot tub.
After roughly locating the sink's position, Tim has to drill a hole directly underneath the drain of this sink. He has to drill it with 2 3/4 inch bit for a 2.5 inch drain pipe.
So I really didn't have a lot of clearance, so I reached my hand up and then all of a sudden I feel something sharp and furry, and this is what I saw.
It was actually the Bunky Cat reminding everybody to like and subscribe our channel. 80% of our viewers are not subscribed. Please subscribe to our channel and comment down below. It will really help us grow our channel.
I didn't have a lot of room in order to connect the pipes, so I had to go ahead and move the ducting over to the side. I will show you how to attach it back on. I ended up having to do this off camera. After running the extension to the existing drain, I went ahead and connected the extension to the sink.
And now the sink is fully operational.
Now I'm going to have to reconnect the ducting downstairs. Now, as you can see in this little diagram that I made, they have these little folded flaps where each piece intertwines with each other. This is the side view, and the little Z flap, one side of the Z goes on one part of the ducting and the other side of the Z go towards the other side. And it overlaps and it makes a very good connection. There are two pieces holding the sides in, and they just go up underneath and slide into the V groove and fold up. And those little lines on the top fold in over top of each other so the ducting won't fall apart. So I go ahead and start attaching the ducting. Right here I attach the Z fold. And right here, with the help of a hammer, I go ahead and put in the two pieces that hold in the sides together, and the steel bracket that holds up the ducting. And lastly, I connected the clamp that held the ducting together.
So now that the plumbing and ducting is complete, we turn our attention to the electrical side of things. There was a 110 volt power supply going to the pump for jacuzzi, so we decided to utilize that. However, there was a timer going to that also, so we had to take out the timer and replace it with a regular wall socket.
Before anything, go ahead and secure the power and make sure that there's no power going to the socket. When installing a plug connector, there will be a silver side of the plug, and then there will be a copper side, and then there will be one that's kind of coated with a green coat. The one with the white wires will go to the silver side, and the ones with the black wires go to the copper side. Then the green or the copper goes to the ground.
You may have noticed that the wall socket is installed upside down. However, we have heard that upside down wall sockets may be safer. What's your opinion? Please leave in the comment section below.
So this is the wire going from that wall socket over to where the motor used to be. And I wanted to go ahead and utilize it and create a new wall socket there. But I also have to install a little hanger in order to connect the wall socket.
Once plumbing and electrical connections are done, it's time to put up the drywall. We had some pieces of drywall left over from a previous project, so we went ahead and utilized those.
And now I go ahead and cut a new hanger for the receptacle. Toe-nailed the board in and attached the receptacle.
I had no idea cutting a drywall is just scoring the line and bending it. Not only cutting the drywall to the size, Tim also had to account for the wall socket.
Now I made a terrible mistake cutting here. When you're putting up drywall, you would normally have the end of the drywall fall on a stud. So then you could overlap it and have two pieces of drywall connecting. So there are two drywall ends that do not fall on a stud.
Next step was putting up the drywall tape and clean up the area. But wait, we are not done yet. There is a third part coming up.
That's 100% correct. This room looks very incomplete. And what am I going to do about this hole in the floor?
Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can find out what happens next.